Hello everybody and welcome back to more Demon Bluff, the single-player, anti-social deduction roguelike. And we're gonna go to endless mode. If you've not seen the game, I'll go over the super basics, but the concept of the game is very straightforward. It just gets tricky with how to actually be successful. So we need to find and execute the evil characters. It's like a, like a town of Salem, especially a Blood on the Clock Tower, that kind of stuff, Among Us, like that kind of thing. But, yeah, these characters are going to have their own abilities. If they're good, they're telling the truth. I mean, they could also be poisoned, corrupted. But generally, good characters are supposed to be telling the truth. And evil characters will always lie. So 1 says 4 is good, 2 says 1 is good, and 4 is good. So this right here is a complete, confirmation chain right there. We have a shaman, which there are 2 of the same villager roles in the current village. Normally, by default, there cannot be 2 of the same character, but there are ways in which to get 2 of the same character. We could have a doppelganger, which disguises as a good character. We have a shaman that can just straight up add an extra character. I am good. If I am evil or corrupted, they will say I'm dizzy. They are saying I'm good. There's no evils adjacent to me. No evils adjacent to me. I cured 0 corruptions. Oh, that might be my favorite town we've had. That might be my favorite town we've had. It's just so straightforward. Just I'm good and hard confirmed. I'm good and hard confirmed. They're good. Yes. They're good. Yes. Just a complete confirmation chain all the way down. If I was evil in that game, I'd be upset. All right, we have the Ba, which just adds an extra outcast to this screen. Doesn't add an extra outcast to the game. It just makes it harder for us to pinpoint what it is, but I think it'll be pretty clear. Maybe? You cannot reveal the final card. That's what we got. 3 or 6 is a minion. I was a confessor. So they're supposed to say, I am the original baker, if they are the first baker. So that actually is quite messy. 4 or 2 is a minion. I am good. So you might be a minion. I can't die. We can try and swing at you. We could try and swing at you. 2 cards away from a corrupted character. Corrupted is poisoned. So, corrupted. I'm thinking maybe drunk. I disguise as a random villager not in play, and I'm corrupted, and I lie. 1, 2, 3. One of them is drunk. I think that this is our drunk, which would make you telling the truth, because the drunk is corrupted. So, can we have 2 knights? Is there any way we can have 2 knights? No. Might as well swing at you. Because, yeah, I was going to say, if you're a knight, you actually can't die. 3 or 6 is a minion? That's just not true. 4 or 2 is a minion? That is true. I'm thinking that that's correct. We know that 3 or 6 isn't a minion because this is the minion. And unless this is a Plague Doctor, which is a, neutral role that can do corruption, you just have to be evil. And then it's you. Yep, there we go. Perfect. Dapuka. Villagers adjacent to me are corrupted if possible. I'm dizzy, I'm good. I was a judge. Interesting. Learn if the character's lying. They're lying. I cannot lie. So you are lying. I'm 2 cards from the closest evil. I think that that's just true. There's no minions. That's just true. There's only 1 demon. Corrupted, Puka. Easy. That's a lot more cards. It's a lot more cards. We got the Puppeteer. Makes an adjacent character into a puppet. A good character into an evil character. 1 is evil, 7, 4, or 3. Interesting. Interesting. 4 is a real fortune teller. Okay. You're saying that neither of these are evil. So either you're right, or you're evil. You're both evil. So, okay, that's... I'm thinking you might be right, though, and that 7 is evil. But then why wouldn't you be able to kill them? Three cards away from the closest evil seems like a lot. 7 is a real drunk. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Oh no. Both sides are equally evil. All right, gang. I might get cooked on this one. This is actually a little bit spooky. 1 is evil, 7, 4, or 3. Seven is a drunk. Okay. Couldn't kill 7. Here's the thing. Okay. So 2 or 1 is evil. False is a lie. Because you're either poisoned or evil. Either case, that's a lie, which makes this a lie too. Learn how many of the characters are evil. Oh boy. Among these 3 characters, there's only 1 evil, you say. That doesn't sound right. Evil puppet. Because the puppet has to tell the truth. 3 cards from the closest evil, that's a lie then. Oh, man. How could this be wrong without you being evil? But here's the thing. You're not 3 cards from the closest evil then. Wait. Actually, that makes you exactly 3 cards from the closest evil. But then why are you lying? You'd have to be like the puppeteer and then the puppet. Maybe 7's not the real drunk. I'm 3 cards from the closest evil? Here's the thing. If you're both evil, both sides are not equally evil. That'd be wrong. We know that you're corrupted. We assume that you're drunk. Let's assume that let's make a world. Let's make a world. You are not telling the truth. Are you evil? I don't know. You're not telling the truth because you're corrupted. One of you is evil, and it seems like it's you, which means only one of these 3 is evil, which seems correct in that case. And then for both sides to be equally evil, you need to be the puppeteer and you need to be the puppet. Telling the truth. Then this all checks out. Okay, so we're going to start over here. Puppeteer, puppet. Man, I don't want to swing at the bombardier. But, like, you have to be... You're poisoned. You have to be our drunk. We can't have a bombardier. Oh, God, I hate swinging at the bombardier. Oh, I hate swinging at the bombardier. Only 1 pair of evil. I'll be the judge of that. Okay, we got the Lilith. Kills every 4 turns. They were good. The Lilith can kill an evil roll. And 3 cards from a corrupted character. Oh, shoot. We can't really know for sure if we have a Plague Doctor or a drunk then. Oh, that's not good. 1 is evil. 7, 9, or 4. Oh, boy. Left side is more evil. 2 of these are saying the left side is more evil. And yet, I don't have a shaman and I don't have a doppelganger. I'm thinking one of these is a drunk and one of them is evil. There's only 1 pair of evil. 3 cards from a corrupted character. Well, that doesn't line up with what we would think with the drunk. Oh, no. They're lying. And I think you're telling the truth. Let's act with that for now. Between 6, 8, and 2, there's an outcast, a villager, and a minion. Okay. These are... Oh, no. Because we know that you had to be an outcast or a villager. Outcast or villager. You're a villager. So here's what we do learn for sure. 1 of 7, 9, or 4 is definitely evil. One of these is definitely evil. In fact, only one of them is evil. You're saying 3 is lying. I believe it. There's only 1 pair of evil. See, here's the thing. If you're lying, if you are lying, all these have to be good. So you're drunk, you're evil. There is 1 pair of evil. 3 cards away from a corrupted character. How could that be true? If you're the drunk, how could that be true? Man, we're dealing with no information here. We're missing so much info. That was a bad swing. 1 is evil. You're telling the truth. 3 cards away from a corrupted character doesn't sound right. Okay. Because I feel like there's only 1 pair of evil. Evil, drunk. That can't be, because then the left side is more evil. Making that not a lie. Oh, lordy, lordy. I wish I knew what you were. I wish I knew what you were. If I can kill the witch, we can reveal the final card. This could be our outcast. This could be our outcast too. I'm feeling like that's our outcast. And that you're evil. This is the path I went down before. Left side is more evil. This could be true. There's only 1 pair of evil. There could be 0 pairs of evil. Why were you corrupted? Because we had a freaking plague doctor. We had a hidden plague doctor, and one of our evils didn't even give us information. Oh, that's so annoying. Oh, that is so annoying. That was a brutal map. Could we have figured it out? Yes, I do believe so. If we didn't swing. It was a bad initial swing. Good. I'm the original baker. We do know that to be true. 5 is a real lover. Interesting. Between 1, 5, and 4, there's an outcast, a minion, and a villager. I think you're lying and that these are all good. I was a bard. I mean, you could have been corrupted, I guess. You could be evil or corrupted. You could be evil pretending to be a baker. No. Learn if any of these characters are evil. Let's check right here. You're saying that neither of those are evil? The Wretch is not registering as evil? Fat chance. That also checks out. I'm not going to say it clears you, but it kind of clears you. It soft clears you because you got converted into a baker. Only one is evil, 9, 3, or 2. Honestly, that checks out. 5 is a real lover. I mean, I'm pretty sure you're just lying. Okay. All right, nice to get an easier one there. Counselor adds an extra outcast and has to sit next to said outcast. Plague Doctor. Okay, so we have a doppelganger. We know for a fact we have a doppelganger. So one of these pairs is confirmed good. But only one of the pairs. Do we have any corruption? Plague Doctor. Not corrupted. Okay. Not the best info. We should have done it on something else, but we were just trying to get concrete information. So these are confirmed good. One of these is... Well, right. Hold on. No, that's not foolproof. That is not foolproof. One of these, this could be evil. Evils can't be corrupted either. That was okay. That was not good. One is evil, 2, 4, or 3. I'm 3 cards from a corrupted character, 2 cards from a corrupted character. These are not telling consistent info. One is evil, 2, 4, or 3. You're pointing kind of at 3. 3 cards from a corrupted character. You could be evil and you could be corrupted. It can't be, the evils can't be you because then this wouldn't be telling the truth. 2 cards from a corrupted character. That's feeling weird. That's feeling really weird. Oh. Not feeling that weird. I'm 2 cards away from a corrupted character. So I think that what I was saying is correct, and you are the evil one. I was correct in recognizing my misplay. So this can be real, but lying because it's like cursed or yeah, you could be corrupted. I'm 2 cards away from corrupted. I think you're good in corrupted. But closest evil is counterclockwise, 2, 4, or 3. I mean, okay. One or 2 is evil false. Here's the thing. If you're evil, what? 1, 2, 3. If you're evil, this is true. 1, 2, 3. So that can't be. The other lie could be you're evil. But then this is a lie. And this is a lie. So since both of those can't be corrupted, you have to be confirmed good. And yes, if you're evil, then you're telling the truth, which doesn't seem right. I think it has to be you. Yeah, we trusted the wrong info right away. At least we got there. We reverse deduced it. Closest evil is clockwise. I'll be the judge of that. Ooh. One is evil 417. There were no minions. That is a true statement. There cannot be minions. So that is just nice. Puka is 2 cards from the closest evil. There is no other evil. So you can't be the Puka because the Puka would be telling the truth by saying that. So you are at best corrupted. Closest evil is clockwise. Are you saying you're saying lying, which is true? That has to be true. So you have to be good. Closest evil is clockwise. I'm leaning Puka cursed. Puka cursed. All right. Shaman is 2 cards from the closest evil. 6 or 1 is a minion. We have a doppelganger shaman. We have a shaman and a doppelganger. Oh boy. Cured 0 corruptions. That man's good. Ba is 3 cards from the Get your story straight. We have 2 judges and 3 scouts and 2 jesters. Oh my god, man. This sucks. This sucks. Okay, we need to figure out... How could there be 3 of something? If it's the shaman and the doppelganger pick? Meaning if these 3 are all good, then one of the jesters and one of the judges are bad. 6 or 1 is a minion. Ugh. Okay. I'm thinking... Oh, God. So there is... Are there 2 people pretending to be a scout? These guys aren't telling the truth. Could it be evil, evil, evil? No. That could just be the truth. You're the doppelganger. Not great, man. Oh, that's really not good. Oh, that's terrible information. That's terrible information. So if there's 3 of them, is there some kind of like deduction thing we can do where if there's 3, then there's always a doppelganger in there? Oh, no. And both of you are saying there's 1 evil in here? Six or 1 is a minion. Dude, how the hell? How the hell do I get there from here? Three is lying. Okay, let's set up a world around this. Let's say 3 is lying, and then that would mean that these are like good. Among these, there is only 1 evil. That can't be, because then you'd have to both be telling the truth, and then we are left without 3 evils. Therefore, if you're telling the truth and you're a minion, you're also bad or corrupted. You'd have to be bad. So we should have a scout. We should have two. Okay, so one of these would have to be evil. So one of these is lying. Ba is 3 cards from the closest evil, but we could figure that out in reverse. We could figure it out in reverse based off of where the Ba is. The Ba is 2 cards away from the closest evil. Jesus. Ugh. That one was messy. There are no corrupted characters. You see a Plague Doctor. I was a knight. Already concerned there. No evils adjacent to me. 9, 6, and 8. There's an outcast, a villager, and a minion. No. I'm 1 card away from a corrupted character. All right, we got some inconsistency. It's 1 pair of evil. No. No, we don't know if there's... we don't know our outcast. We don't know our outcast. No, we don't know if it's a Plague Doctor. I'm thinking we have a doppelganger. The issue is if there's a doppelganger, it'd be you guys, from what we see here. 6 or 8 is a twin minion. I'm inclined to believe you. Let's make a world where you're telling the truth. You're evil. You're not by a corrupted character. There's only 1 pair of evil. There are no corrupted... That would make you maybe telling the truth. And our doppelganger is... We could only get information based off of knowing what these cards are. So we're kind of screwed there. I can't die. Interesting. I was a knight. I don't like that. Okay. So you're claiming to be a knight, but you're actually evil. That's not... You're not probably being doppelgangered. Wait, Lilith... Lilith is a demon. Always disguises as a not in-play villager. What? Disguises a unique villager, can't double claim a good character. Oh, okay. Technically, they weren't double claiming. Technically, they were claiming they were the baker. But hey, that got me to check here. There could be corrupted characters. One of you could very well be a Plague Doctor. We just don't get to know. We now know for a fact that you are not... So it's like, you would have to be the evil one in this scenario, and you're pointing the evil to them. You're lying. So let's assume evil, evil, evil. 1 pair of evil, that would be true. That would be true. That could be true. That could be true. You start there. That's true. And we just work backwards on this world. No evils adjacent to me. Again, it's entirely dependent on, was one of those a Plague Doctor? Nope, we had a doppelganger. So we had a doppelganger knight. You know what information that tells me? We had a real knight that can't die that did die. So the Lilith can kill the knight. Okay. Wretch. You wretch. I'm 4 cards away from the closest evil. That's already a lie. Well, maybe. 1 is evil. 5, 2, or 9. There's only 1 pair of evil. There are no evils adjacent to me, and 3 is a real lover. Got a poisoner. Got a poisoner. The wretch does not appear as an outcast to her. I'm not going to say that that means you're confirmed, because I'm not sure, but, like, that seems right. And it's seeming like the 3 of you are actually good, which means that you're lying. Evil poisoned. 1 pair of evil. No evils adjacent to me. Evil. Correct. That world makes sense. But you know what also makes sense? Evil poisoned. Shoot. We don't know. There are no evils adjacent to me. 3 is a real lover. There's 1 pair of evil. Wait. Oh, okay. That works too. So you poisoned... That's so messed up. You poisoned the one who died. You poisoned the one who died, man. Drunk, Lilith. Twin minion is 2 cards from the closest evil. I'm 3 cards from a corrupted character. 1, 2, 3. 6 or 1 is the witch. I guess we should have left the 6 for last, huh? Lilith is 3 cards from the closest evil. Two is a real drunk. Ooh. Corrupted. I'm gonna trust you on that first, and work backwards from there. 3 or 7 is a twin minion. Well, we have 2 oracles. And I'm not sure if we actually do, you know? You're saying 2 is a real drunk. You know, it's messed up. You could be drunk. No, you actually couldn't be drunk. So you're the drunk. I'm actually pretty sure about that. Otherwise, it's you that's bad. And that just doesn't line up here. You're saying that 3 or 7 is the twin minion. Twin minion is 2 cards away from the closest evil. Twin minion is, in fact, 2 cards away from the closest evil. Oh, man. This is all based on trusting that you're the... Oh, my God. Let's set up the other world real quick. If you're not the drunk. And these are all... This could be the Lilith. That could be the twin minion. But then you're lying. Do we have a poisoner? You could be the drunk among 2, 8, and 9. There's a drunk. 6 or 1 is a witch. Okay, that can't be true. This couldn't be the case. And I'm pretty sure one of you's a doppelganger, but then... that makes you evil. That would mean that they're both telling the truth. That would make you evil. 2's a real drunk. I'm 3 cards from a corrupted character. That couldn't be true. That could not be true. You'd have to be evil, which would also make you lying, so you'd have to be the drunk, but then we can't have 2 outcasts. That world doesn't make sense. That world does not make sense. So I can't really trust you guys. The other world is, let's see, drunk, evil, true. Evil? Evil? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 6 or 1 could be the witch. One, 2, 3. Lilith. 3 or 7's a twin minion. That could be a lie. Oh, this sucks. Two people are saying that there can be a drunk there. But there are 3 people on the evil team. This is brutal, man. This one is brutal. We know you're good. We don't know what your role is. We don't know anything about you. I am 3 cards away from a corrupted character. The only corrupted character can be the drunk. It's the only one. If you're telling the truth, in a world where you're telling the truth, this would have to be the drunk. Which would make you evil, because the drunk only picks a not in play character. This makes you a liar. Makes you a liar. Makes you a truther. This is factually possible. You'd be like, your lie could be that you're actually, you know, the Lilith. You know, that could be the lie. So that world works. The triangle world. So we got that. Triangle world, it's possible. Let's do the you're actually drunk rule. And you're telling the truth. 3 or 7 is a twin minion. 6 or 1 is a witch. That's where it all falls apart. So let's say you're evil. Let's say you're evil. And you're telling the truth. Lilith is 3 cards from the closest evil. 3 or 7 is a twin minion. That could be true. And then we go for this one last. 6 or 1 is not a witch. Lilith is 3 cards away from the closest evil. Would be a lie. Yeah, I mean, statistically, I think we go... And then we could figure out 3 or 7's a... We could figure this out based off of you. It's a twin minion. You're telling the truth. Okay. All right. So the Lilith is not 3 cards from the closest evil. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I mean, it kind of confirms you a little. It confirms you for sure. Which puts a lot of suspect on you. Indeed. Okay, we can reveal the card. Holy crap. They're saying the truth. Interesting. I think you're wrong. Jeez, man. We've gotten through so many less and we've done way worse today, but like these puzzles today have been extra head scratchy. We've got a drunk potential, poisoner, Mamma Mia. 2 pairs of evil. Okay, you're good. 1 card from the closest evil. For what it's worth, I think you're right. Between 3, 5, and 9, there is a minion, an outcast, and a villager. You should not... If we have the wretch... You shouldn't be able to point to the wretch. Right? Yeah, what happens if there's only 1 outcast and it's a wretch, huh? Do you have to just tell the truth? You say that there's a wretch. You're both saying there's a wretch. The wretch does not appear as an outcast to her. What? What? Interesting. I cured 2 corruptions. How? Literally how? Literally how? So there's some suspect here. I think there's a poisoner and a poisoned. Couldn't kill 7. 2 pairs of evil. 1, 2. No, how could there be 2 pairs of evil if there's 3 unless they're all 3 by each other? And how could there be 3 evils all by each other unless you're evil? It could be evil, like evil poisoned or something. Couldn't kill 7. Why can't you kill 7? Why would you not be able to kill 7? Because you're drunk? Because you're drunk, maybe? Counselor. Sure. I cured 2 corruptions. I literally, how could you possibly cure 2 corruptions? Not possible. Okay. You should not be able to find a wretch. So there's something messed up here. There's 2 pairs of evil. 1, 2. Yep. Couldn't kill 7. Why could you not kill 7? Why could you not kill 7? Because if you're a poisoner and you're poisoned, I think you're the drunk. I think you're the drunk. Because these are both giving correct information then. Oh, it's a 50-50. Got it. Got it. Bombardier. There's only 1 pair of evil. You're good. Between 7, 8, and 9. There's an outcast, a minion, and a villager. Ooh. Ooh. 2 cards from the closest evil. And it could be true. One of them is evil. True. Okay. Lying. 3 is evil and 5 is corrupted. You know what sucks? I was gonna say I think it might be these, but that can't be the case, right? I think you're evil. I think that you are evil, and that makes you good by if you're lying. You're telling the truth then because you are registering this as evil. which makes you a liar? Evil, evil? And you're... what, then? You're not telling the truth. You would not be telling the truth in that case. That is for sure. That is a wrinkle. That is a wrinkle. All right, let's set up your world here. Let's set up your world. Let's pretend that you're not a liar. 3, let's say that 3 is evil and 5 is corrupted. Let's say that. Which means you're telling the truth, meaning that you're good, meaning that you're bad, and you're bad. That's what that would mean. Does that all check out? No. Why would you be lying? Why would you be lying? We only have 2 evils. Also, where's the pair of evil? Also, are you confirmed, really? Also, none of the counselors are sitting. Counselor's not sitting by any of the evils. Okay, hold up. I'm not liking this. I'm like really not liking that. Interesting. Okay. So one of these is bad. You're telling the truth. 1 pair of evil? I think the lie is that there's 2 pairs of evil. But then why are you lying? You're telling the truth. Yeah, why are you lying? 3 is evil and 5 is corrupted. Is not true. 5 cannot be corrupted. Not possible. Who's the outcast? Then who's the outcast? Oh my god, we had 3 outcasts. We had freaking 3 outcasts. We had a... oh my god. That'll do it. I am dizzy. Bad start. I am dizzy. Bad start. I was a baker. Bad start. Cured 2 corruptions? Did you? These... this is seeming bad. Cabbage. Boom. Love to see it. 4 cards away from a corrupted character. Oh boy. I gotta tell you. This seems stanky. Can we have a doppelganger? We cannot have a doppelganger. We can have a witch. So there can be duplicates. One of you... you're claiming that one of those 2 is corrupted. I could see that being true. I could easily see that being true. I was a baker. Okay. Poisoner. Poisoned. I mean, so you're evil. Disguises cannot double claim a good character. So we should be able to kill the confessor. 8 is good. Yeah, I'm with you. 4 cards away from corrupted character. I've heard that one before. I was a medium. You're either corrupted or evil. 3 is a real doppelganger. Well, interesting. Okay. Doppelgangers also have the ability. I think it's reasonable to clear you on that. 4 cards away from corrupted. Why can we have a corrupted? We can have a puka. Literally how, right? Hold on. How could you be 4 cards away from a corrupted character with a puka? I don't like that. 3 is good. I'm inclined to believe you. Yeah, I don't like this. 3's a real doppelganger. Where's the puka? You'd have to be the puka? Could be a puppet. Wait. That's just true. Okay. Wait. You are 4 cards from a corrupted character. Ooh. 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 Puppeteer Puka. And they're not the doppelganger, they're just the knight. What? What? Then where's our doppelganger? You're the doppelganger? No, you can't be the doppelganger because you have to be good to be corrupted. Then why are you lying? I mean, here's the thing. We know that you're the puppeteer. That's a fact. We know that already. It has to be true. Literally has to be true. I am 4 cards away from a corrupted character. We know that that's true. We know that you're corrupted. And we know that you're not corrupted. That means you have to be the puka. The hell? How can you be corrupted if you're the doppelganger? Because if you're evil, then this is a lie. You're the only corrupted card. Unless, hold on. No. You're the doppelganger. You can't be corrupted. You're corrupted. Okay. We got there. We got there. Doppelganger cannot be corrupted. All right, last one. For real, for real. Closest evil is equidistant. I like to think of adjacency on that one. 1 is not corrupted. Okay. Interesting. 1 is evil. Interesting. 1 away from a corrupted. Okay. Ooh. We have a plague doctor, so that just does not help us a lot. When you say not corrupted, do we only have... No, we have the puka. So either you're good... or you're both bad, but, like, here's the thing. I'd have to have a drunk, which is possible. But if I have a drunk, I can't have a bard. I can't have 2 bards anyways. I already can't have 2 bards. Let's just think about this. That would be correct. One of the bards has to be bad, right? No, we have a shaman. Well, okay, that's not going to be true. Closest evil is not equidistant, though. We have a corruption somewhere. You say they're not corrupted, though. I'm thinking, okay, Puka? 7 is lying. Evil. 1 is evil. Could be true. 1 card away from a corrupted character. Man, could be true. Yeah, you could be evil and... No. We can't have 3. Closest evil is equidistant. 1 card away from a corrupted character. I just... That feels Puka. A thing that could be true... There are 3 evils. 1, 2... 1, 2. Man, we could have a drunk. We really could have a drunk. And you could be actually corrupted. This one's pretty brutal. You're telling the truth. Okay, if you're telling the truth and you're corrupted, I feel like we can do a lot with that. Evil? We have a plague doctor. This sucks. It sucks. Because, yeah, you're telling the truth. 1 is not evil. You're lying. I mean, you're not... It doesn't matter. You might not be lying. This roll is just weird like that. I'm 1 card away from a corrupted character. I believe it. But it also can't be true, and we can't have 2 bards. We can have 2 bards. We have to have 2 bards. You have to be telling the truth, right? You don't have to be telling the truth, but you have to be a bard. You have to be correctly a bard. Because otherwise, how does this shaman information... How does the shaman show up? 7 is lying. You said that 1 is not corrupted. You lied to me. You lied to me. And if you lied to me... If you lied to me, you're telling the truth. 1 is not evil. 1 card from a corrupted character. 3 could be Puka. That's not true, but that also is... That could show up. You're definitely not telling the truth. But yeah, you could be the Puka. You have to be the other if it's not a doppelganger, but it has to be a doppelganger. But there's not a doppelganger. There's a shaman. I'm losing it, man. 1 is not evil. We know that. 7 is lying. That's true. I am 1 card away from a corrupted character. We don't... If you're evil, we don't actually have a plague doctor. So we need to get Puka corruption somehow onto you. You're saying that they're not corrupted. You have to be bad. You literally have to be bad. And you're the shaman. Okay. Does the jester not have to be the puka? I'm so confused. You're drunk? You're telling the truth. Are you drunk? One of you is drunk? Is that the only way? Drunk and puka? I think that's the only way this makes sense. Oh my god, that was not that hard. I mean, well, it was not easy. Puka plus drunk with a proposed plague doctor on the field is kind of brutal. All right. Alas, that is that, though, and that's going to do it here for today for Demon Bluff. I wasn't sure if we were going to be doing another one or not. I just kind of felt like it. I even played on Endless a little bit, as you probably saw off camera. I'll probably just mess around with it. It's like, it doesn't really, the number get bigger. That's all that it really is. But, yeah, we'll probably be moving on here very, very shortly, because it is a demo. It's a demo. What, you know, I want to make sure we are excited for it when we come back in the future, so we'll probably be moving on here very, very shortly. But love the game, wishlist it, check it out. Names Transformation, covering any games every single day with an extra specialty in roguelikes and roguelites. If that is something you are into, this is a channel you should be subscribed to. Thank you, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.